if S sub n is the sum of the first n terms of a certain sequence, and if S sub n equals n times n plus 1 for all positive integers n, what is the seventh term of the sequence? So let's first define the terms of a certain sequence. Let's say we have this sequence xn. Okay? We don't know what is the definition, what is the rule that defines the value of the terms of this sequence. We don't know that. This number S sub n is the sum of all terms x sub k, where k goes from 1 to n. And this, according to the description, is also n multiplied times n plus 1. So we are being asked the seventh term of the sequence. Notice, it is the term in this sequence here, not S sub 7, but the seventh term of the sequence mentioned. And the only sequence mentioned here is a certain sequence whose terms are added, blah, 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 and whose sum is this number. So this is not what we are looking for. It is this. This is the value we need to find out here as part of this sequence. So how do we find this value? Let's use a little trick here and, take advantage of this notation, which is very compact, to write the sum of several terms in an abbreviated manner. What would be, according to the definition of S sub 7 would be the sum of all the terms of sequence X from the first to the seventh, right? In other words, this would be all terms x1 plus x2 plus x3, etc. up to x sub 7. But this sum we can also represent in this way. Take a look. It is the sum of all the terms in this sequence, starting from the first up to the sixth term, and then adding to the first six terms the seventh term. It's exactly the same, right? Okay, so, but we know that from the definition of S above, this sum of the first six terms of sequence X is exactly S sub 6. That is how it is defined, remember? This is the definition. S sub 6 is the sum of x1 plus x2 up to x6. So what do we have here? We have the following relationship. The sum of all first 7 terms in the sequence X is the same as the sum of all first 6 terms plus the 7th term. How do we calculate this one? Using this formula. This would be 7 times 7 plus 1, and this would be 6 times 6 plus 1 according to this formula given here. So we have this. Now it's just a matter of isolating the value of the 7th term. It would be 7 times 8, that is 56, minus 6 times 7, which is 42, and this is 14. Option B.